So these are the composition of the committee. Justice Gabriel Kwame, Justice Asiedu, Dom Levo, Madame Flora, and the professor. We're university professor, we're a Ghana Forces member, we're auditor general. And the composition of the committee, the constitution guided us. Anna Branty and in the petition, I say, in the evening of 15th May 2025, between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m., Justice Gabriel Kwame, full every sentence I read for you. And Samuel Kwame Asiedu, together with Justice Yeni Kolendi of the Supreme Court of Ghana, were seen having dinner with the counsel for one of the petitioners before the committee, Mr. Tadio Sori, at Santoku restaurant located at Villaggio, Accra. Or say, Onuko between 7:30 and 8:30 and Benya, Justice Pwamaya committee in the chairman, any panel member, Justice Asiedu, any another Supreme Court Justice, Justice Yoni Kolendi, any lawyer near or general for one of the petitioners. Odu baby will be a common crew. And so many petition come out President Mahama, they are coming with legal representation. 18 Chief Justice Sonsono, the legal representation, former Attorney General Godfrey Dame. This is his claim. And I say, respectfully, the record of the presence of the four justices, or the four, Justice Puaman, Kolendi, Asiedu, and Lawyer Tadeso at the restaurant and the meeting, can easily be verified and confirmed. Now, this is the video confirming what he saw. How does any reasonable person, video in this is where the justices walk in. How does any reasonable person watching this video say there's a meeting? One. Video we showing na Tadio Sori na tie and I knew be bon komo. Then the judges walk in. So we law kakra even at the bench. So who case a case saying crana seniority at the bench, every fresh senior lawyer and a fresh junior lawyer. They give respect to their colleagues. So the judge comes in and Oseki Bako and SNG pleasantries. How does any reasonable person watch this video and say there's a beating? Again, two, why is Justice Puaman in this video? Justice Gabriel Puaman, why is he in this video? He's not in. Two, three, me kwashe akwaya mi jina ekura, me ye meeting bi say ya, me in the restaurant. Let's assume. Just get Tadio Sori only office. Justice of the Supreme Court, so many offices. So, when you read or when you juxtapose the petition of the gentleman against the video facts we are seeing, I don't know why my screen is not moving. When we juxtapose the video evidence, the mayor chose to claim now, it doesn't make sense. So if the petition doesn't make sense, what does the government do? Because one, what accuses is that Justice Puaman meeting, I say, Mebwa, Justice Kolendi Asiedu or Tadio. So, and I'm saying that when you watch this 80 seconds video, how do any reasonable person tell me that three justices of the Supreme Court, any lawyer, who bribe, couldn't come out, restaurant, no couldn't come out. Now, walk, won't get crab, didn't come out, was animal. So, on the surface of it, doesn't make sense. Two, Justice Puaman is not here. And I who shall be our politicians say, bye. Oh, usually when I do much, and just I'm NPP and I'm NDC. So, I say, Emma said, oh, dear, sample net and what chantra. How do you go to somebody's house and do this? How do you go to somebody's house and do this? How do you go to somebody's house and do this? You see, the national security must be told the truth. And President Mahama must call Muntaka to order. He is the Minister for Interior, Minister responsible for national security. Abrantena True BB on the trade temple has spoken to his lawyers. Awakwa, say police for we any tune. Abrant on a medra. What did the man? What planning ku Ghana? Right. Is this a democracy? He has made an allegation saying will be any petition inquiry on grounds I have started processing. On only petition, permit me understanding of the video. There's no grounds in it. So, but how do you go to the person's house and do this? Guns.
AK-47. And the other
guns.
I ask him.
How can you see? Kalekuda Diana Mekano.
Right.
Oh, and as and if we end this in our support, our point is now our bemuno. A bit of a chrono, a bit of trop BB.
No, and
you see, ABS
we complained.
And you see, over celebrating it, over the matamune, but I've always told that posterity will guide all of us. 2019 BBC or Ghana before I come to the law.
Yeah.
And I got for them Thursday. Who's an interview or Joy?
Yeah.
And most of them for them said now good men should speak.
But do we have good men in this country?
They spoke and President Akufo-Addo called them professional Jeremias.
But did Dami see them?
And I'm saying that they spoke. Professor Ekwesi Pempe be a dinatem. Kwakwasa will be a dinatem. Cla Berry Cassette will be a diomatem. They spoke in this country.
And he knew they were.
The MPP and President Akufo-Addo in official speech called them professional Jeremias. And then the Omon Kasa. So it tells you that power is transient. So by Attorney General, many people disagreed with him. But now, I say what? It is about time good men speak. Yankasa. So NDC celebrate it. Posterity will always be there, and the principle will be there. Come Facebook pages, you check some useless and senseless rationalizations, and then the moon to say will be. That is what I've always said. Yeah, criticize state institutions. Let's do it devoid of our politics, because the bet me a cock, bet me a me. Trobi be say a false. Granted, do we go to the person's house with guns? And then we enter Thursday, Godfrey, I was even emotional. Good men should speak. When they spoke, your president called them professional Jeremiah. Only Jeremiah. He was called the wailing prophet. That's your bottom. And then we should speak. 2019, Soft Tribe. This company, how many Ghana water company in issue about some database? The offices were raided. I'm reading for you, President Mahama. Or say, national security's invasion of such unacceptable, reckless, Mahama. The statement on Facebook, interestingly, my birthday, November 27, 2019. I got kind first line yesterday.
I associate with the justifiable outrage expressed by many Ghanaians this morning upon receiving news of Rambo-style raid on the offices of Soft Tribe.
I got third paragraph.
Also, regardless of what disagreements may exist between Soft Tribe and the Ghana Water Company Limited, the forceful entry into their offices by armed national security operatives is unacceptable.
Debi amikacho say.
Sure.
Mayor masters are there chairman the pattern analysis. Akokwa, regardless of what disagreement may exist.
No matter the situation.
Regardless, this is 2019. Barely 6 years ago. What has changed? So it tells you, say, this senseless position of the national security, no, MPP and NDC near Bebo. So when you are critiquing it, put your politics aside. You better won't grow for any check because power and this fourth Republican dispensation are proving that power is transient.
Sure.
On transfer for border. Yeah, the people demo na mo start ya kasa nti ya kasa na mo megina ya fane en kasa. Akokwa so obi ya bibia. Take the person through the dictates of the law. When you go to the law, let's do the law. The electronic communications, I'm not lawyer Kasa, you know. This is what allegedly they are charging with publication of false news. So let's do the analysis. Because you can do the legal analysis too. When you say you charge somebody publication of false news, in fact, there's not even charge sheet as we speak. That's what they told the lawyer. And I've spoken to the lawyer, and I can quote the lawyer. This is what they are charging allegedly. Now, what charge will be publication of false news? You go to the Criminal Offences Act 29, or you go to Electronic Communications Act 775. Now, at 775, Section 76, now say, a person who by means of electronic communication services knowingly sends a communication which is false or misleading and likely to prejudice the efficiency of life-saving services or endanger the safety of any person, ship, architect, aircraft, vessel, or vehicle. So, person, say be a video not by allegedly. Bet me my justice no on security no. Granted. And is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not more than 3,000 penalty. In fact, me busa lawyer no six carry even 50,000 cedis. And a term of imprisonment of more than 5 years. Akokwa sa charge we. Ye the bowa, ye the two ne kwachi nipa no. I'm asking you. Ye the charge we bo bia, e two and ye the kwachi nipa no.
This does not demand a true semo.
A two near the chinipano. Now, when it comes to, because the specific act they are using, so I'm inferring that they will use any of these acts. when it comes to Act 29, Act 29,
okay,
the criminal and other offences are publication of false, or say a person who publishes or reproduces a statement, rumor, or report which is likely to cause fear and harm to the public or to disturb the public peace, knowing or having reason to believe that the statement, rumor, or report is false, commit a misdemeanor. How come misdemeanor? Just check your definition. Do we arrest misdemeanor people, suspects, with guns? What is wrong with our country? Seriously. And I've said this before. If President Mahama doesn't come into Obama na bino anima bafom. Because we are not discussing the merit of the petition or the case. We are discussing the Rambo style of national security.
Yeah.
And I've told you 2019 I'm a candidate Mahama. Then opposition leader spoke against it. In fact, I say, regardless of what disagreement may exist, regardless of the brands in Ayano, or a conforana, or I am robber, what do you? I don't know. Why do you do this? Then people justify this is. How come no lawyer Kasai? Look at the case now. What is wrong with us?
Panic among the kids.
What? You see, you be defending some fool where you be Dimudiana Mokasa, and I go for them is a good man should speak. Who should speak? Who should speak in this country? When we spoke, what happened? You can't fix the country. We told her to fix ourselves. And a good man should speak. This is my example of what I'm saying. That posterity will judge all of us one by one. And power is transient. So if you have power, be careful how you use power.
Definitely.
Be careful how you use power. I'll end my submission on this.
Sure.
My next presentation.